Guess who? You miss me?
Welcome back to the garage, guys. I'm pretty much picking up right where we left off with the last video, and I had mentioned to you that I was having a problem with the engine, and it was a problem that's kind of stopping me from moving forward, and it has to do with this damn bolt right here. This bolt actually goes right here, and if you see, it just completely fell straight in. It just dropped straight in, and that is because the threads in this hole actually pulled out. Okay, of course it doesn't want to come back out. Yeah, the threads in there, whenever I was torquing all these down, now I didn't go over the torque spec, so honestly, I don't know why it did it. This bolt right here just kept turning, and it had me like, what the f? And of course, I pulled the bolt back out, and it had all the threads from inside of the head was actually on the bolt here. It's not a problem that can't be fixed. That's what we're going to be doing in this video, is fixing that. And you know what? It's a shitty situation, to be straight up with you, but at least if any of you guys have this same problem that I'm having right now, I'll be able to show you right now how it is that you fix it. And how we fix it is going to be with helicoils. If you guys have ever heard of that, I'll get into that whenever we go and pick some up. But for now, I have to go through the pain in the ass process of taking this all apart once again, dude. Once again!
Once a freaking
I really get to clicking, but I'm looking for a sister to the bottom when I kiss her. If you want some love, just let me know.
Focus. Come on. Come on. Yep. All the threads are missing out of the top. There's a couple threads down there on the bottom, but yeah, that's just not enough, man. That is not enough. See, like compared to this one, you can see the threads come all the way up to the top.
Me, I'm all the way up. All the way up.
All right, we're ready. Let's go to the store. So pulling up to Napa right now. I'm not entirely sure that Napa carries the helicoils, the little kits and stuff, that like what I'm looking for. Where I normally go isn't open today since being it's Sunday, but I'm gonna start my search here. If Napa doesn't have it, then I'm gonna run to Ace Hardware and hopefully they have it, dude. Otherwise, gonna have to wait till tomorrow. But I have my bolt width so that we can see exactly what size we need and everything. So I'm gonna run in and hopefully they got it, man. Damn, we're back in the garage, baby. And there's our bolt. Now all I did is I ran down to Napa, I took my bolt with me, I handed the guy behind the counter the bolt because they have these helicoils behind the counter, and he checked the, you know, the thread and everything of the bolt, in which it turned out to be a M8 by 1.25. That's what we got, is a helicoil kit, thread repair. It is a M8 by 1.25. If you look right below that, see it says drill size, diameter, and then a bunch of other languages. It says 21/64. Now that's the size drill bit that we need. because even though this little kit right here costed me, even though this kit cost me 46 freaking dollars, it couldn't come with a damn drill bit, dude. It comes with all the helicoils. Even though we need one, we have a bunch of extra. So in case we have any problems in the future, I guess if I don't lose this shit, which you already know, you always lose this kind of stuff. And it comes with the die, or the tap, or the die, whatever the hell that is, where it's a tap or the die, whatever. And it comes with the little tool that you use for actually putting the helicoil in. But we're gonna need to drill a hole, and it is a 2164. So luckily, I went through all my stuff and I actually had a 2164s. But of course, the problems continue, dude. After further investigation of this stripped out hole, that's not like, it doesn't have a bottom to it, bro. That hole goes all the way through. And the reason why that's a problem is because we want to be able to catch all the metal shavings, dude. I'm gonna have to cover this so that all the metal shavings can be cleaned out and they don't get all over the place. Now that hole actually goes straight in to the little chamber inside of there that these little guys freaking slide inside of. So looking down inside that hole, I was able to see this, you know what I mean? So I went ahead and I slid that rod out of the way, and I have that extension in here that we were using before, and I put some tape on it just to make sure it fits nice and tight inside the hole. So as you can see the tape down in there, and it's nice and tight. Alright, so now with the engine completely all masked off, I don't have to worry about there being any like metal shavings and stuff going down inside the cylinder head. We have it all masked off, and the only thing exposed is where it is we have to drill our freaking hole. Well, drill and tap and yada yada. Alright, if you guys have never seen a Helicoil set, all these things right here, these are all the same. That's basically what is going to be our new threads. You see how that thing threads onto our bolt right there? That is going to be our new threads. So what we are going to have to do is actually this hole right here that is stripped out, we'll have to take our drill bit and drill out the old threads that are all screwed up anyhow. That's gonna then make this hole a little bit bigger than what it was, obviously. Once we do that, then we'll go ahead and take this tap right here, and we'll have to tap it and put new threads inside of that hole. Now, of course, that hole is gonna be now a lot larger than what our bolt is that we need to go in there. But that's where the little Helicoil insert comes into play. This thing right here is basically threads on both sides. This outside is threads, and then on the inside are the threads that we are replacing that actually fits our bolt. That's the reason why I have that one threaded on there. So whenever we drill that hole a little bit bigger and we tap it with the new threads, that's going to allow one of these Helicoils to thread into our new hole. And then the inside of the Helicoil contains our threads for our bolt. So I hope I explained that correctly. I feel like I confused myself even. But our first step is to drill our hole out. We'll spray our drill bit with a little bit of WD-40 just to get it nice and lubricated. Our hole is drilled out, and as you can see, that is all the metal shavings that we did not want to go down inside of the head. So that is the reason why we have this all masked off the way that we do. So we don't have to worry about it. So now I can just kind of brush this off to the side, and I'm gonna see if I have a vacuum somewhere around here and just kind of suck all the stuff out of the inside of the hole. There's some more of those shavings I was talking about that are not in my engine. Okay, so I cleaned all the metal shavings out of our hole and I cleaned up the tap, and I'm gonna go ahead and run this thing through here one more time just for good measure to make sure that our threads are cut in there really well. All the way down to the end, and now back it out. No new shavings on the tap. Nice, looking good. All right, so now we grab our little tool out of here. This is what we're actually gonna be putting the Helicoil in with, and grab one of our Helicoils out. Now the Helicoil actually screws onto the end of this thing, and it's got that little tail right there on the end, and on the tool it's got a little spot that catches that tail so that the Helicoil can't spin. This is what we're gonna use just to basically spin this into the block. Alright, we now have our new threads in the head, and now it's time to grab the bolt and see how well it screws in. Damn, son. All the way down. That's what's up. That's what's up. It doesn't pull out by hand. Now, of course, the true test is going to be whenever we are bringing this bolt back down to the torque spec. I'm hoping it holds up to that, dude, because I don't know what to do if I torque this thing down and the Helicoil pulls out, and then I'm basically screwed and probably gonna be looking for a new head. Knock on wood. Oh man, I don't know why I say this shit. I don't know why I say the shit I say. Freaking jinx myself.
Depression, a manic, I'm puffing on strong, only organic. This rap shit, my passion. I had a talk with Bleeds, we proud. Getting cash and twisting sour. Oh my god, the superpower. People sin and hate for the singer we chose. We dubbed in, select the homie flow. So sick, don't talk shit. Microphone pistol, we pop this. DLE stampede, go ahead and try to stop this finger. Fuck 'em for the logic. Open up your eyes, you're looking at the profits. We branded, triple O tripping up the digits under your bed. The monster, the killer, the misfit. We did it. Surprise the man, get as high as we can. Still gonna be on stage. After the KO, I am the man. White boy with a bad temper. And all about me. When I go get a trouble kid in the hood who kicked up dust in the desert. Life full of soul.
Alright, everything is now reassembled and I've got it all back to almost where we started. What I have to do now is go ahead and torque all the bolts down, and that's going to be the true test, dude, as to whether or not these threads are going to hold up. Yeah. Well, there it is, guys. It held up, dude. I'm so happy that did too. I'm so stoked because I mean that was like something I've been stressing over for a while now, and just the fact that we got it taken care of, like, I mean, it just feels good. It feels good for sure. Like, I wasn't sure whether or not this was even gonna work because I don't have a lot of experience with these. I've only used them on one other occasion, and it wasn't for something nearly as important as this, you know what I'm saying? So there you have it, man. That's the procedure. That's what you gotta do if you run into this same issue. And basically that works for anywhere else on the engine, anywhere that you have that issue. So I wouldn't say it's as good as new, but at least I know that the cams are being held down evenly now, and we're not gonna run into any kind of future problems. Yeah, guys, I did run by the P.O. box today because I had a package come in from a subscriber. This box came from Cesar Hernandez, and I think that I know what's in here. I'm not 100% sure, but let's find out. What? What even is that? Oh, okay. Hey, that is what's up. Okay, I remember now. Okay, I thought it was something completely different because one of you guys, I don't remember exactly who it was, hit me up and said that they're sending me out the bolt that I am missing right here. That guy. And I gotta go through my messages and find out who it was, but they had recently messaged me and was like, hey, did you ever receive it? And I hadn't received it yet. So I stopped by the P.O. box today and there was a package there, so I just automatically thought that that's what it was. But no, this is from Cesar, and thank you, brother, I appreciate it. He hit me up, I think it was on Instagram, asking me if I could use this, and what it is a Momo hub. And I think that this fits the BMW, dude. I'm not 100% for sure, but I'm gonna find out here really soon because the BMW most certainly needs a different steering wheel, and I have one somewhere. It's just a cheapie, but shout out to you, Cesar. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. It's legit like a Momo product, dude. So that's pretty cool. It's not just some cheap stuff. He said that this was on his dad's car, I believe, and he didn't need it. So most certainly, if you guys want to send me anything, I have my P.O. box down below. If you guys ever want to send me stuff out, it doesn't have to be car parts or anything. You want to send me anything. That's the reason why I have a P.O. box. I think I've decided on basically 3 colors to paint Max. So if you guys want to comment down below, or maybe I'll put a poll up, whether to paint him like a battleship gray, obviously khaki, or what was the other color I was thinking? Black, battleship gray, khaki, black, or my son said to paint it white, man. I don't know how well Max would do painted white, but I don't know. I guess I'll throw that in there as an option too. So make sure to either comment down below, or I might try to put a poll up. If there is, it'll be at the top of the screen right now. So peace out, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.